Peace to the tribe. Welcome. It is the initiates of the flame. We are here tonight, Sunday, with the Masterminds group, getting into chapter 6. I'm here with my nearest and dearest brothers. Introduce yourselves. Let the live everybody know where we can contact y'all and what we got stored for tonight.
Sacred Serpent, Sacred Dark Serpent. We are back after a 2 week hiatus to get back to our book club, Masterminds. We are up to chapter 6. Um, by the way, Amazon.com does have Journey to the Being right now. I'm in the process of putting together another website. And we also still got the new topics at the Flame On shop, so please jump on that. Um, I'm excited, glad to be back with my family. I miss these dudes, so let's get to it.
Shay, peace is Breeze. You can find me on Instagram at Jabriji, Jabriji. Um, Check out my book, Moon Day, A Practical Approach to Astrology. Um, in 90 days, I guarantee you will be your own personal astrologer. Um, and yeah, man, thank you for rocking with us this evening. Let's get to it.
Peace to the tribe. Much love to y'all. What's up with it tonight? You already know. Drop the comments. Be ready to chat with us. And like Serpent said, go ahead check out Flame On Shop, especially if you really trying to step into your gym bag. You know what I'm saying? That new year coming, so I know everybody gonna want to get ready for their gym goals. So have this in your backpack where it's gonna give you the extra boost, and then you go have your recovery stuff too. So keep on the lookout for that, and please get into the White Rabbit site. It's gonna be some beautiful things going on. We got the white albino, so I'm ready to place my orders. But besides that, tap into the beautiful knowledge the gentlemen are creating with Journey with the Bean, and of course Jabrichi's book. So let's do it.
Yes, yes, man. Shout out to the initiates. Thanks to these brothers for, you know, coming together and keeping that flame lit simultaneously at the same time. Right now, under construction, but hopefully y'all can hear me okay. Just got a lot of different things going on at this particular point, but good things all at the same time. So just want to thank the family for their consistent support. Um, Shout out to Ra with that journey to the being on Amazon. Make sure y'all go and support that brother. And shout out to Jabri with his book as well, because at a certain point we're gonna have to really get this shit in order so that people can know what they getting, and not only know what the book is about, but just buy that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what we really need to put in motion. But other than that, man, I just appreciate everybody, especially the initiates for coming together on the Sunday. We had missed 2 weeks for whatever reason, but we back, and let's have a powerful share.
Ashe. Yeah, this is gonna be a fire one. Of course, with the mastermind. I hope you guys been reading, overreading it. You know, it's all you there's a quote that says you never step in the same river twice. So and that river that you're stepping in is not the same river, nor was you the same man or woman. So when we read this information, you probably might read chapter 6 like 3 times already. And it's like, y'all, I get it, but when you tap into this information again, you're gonna see a different aspect, you're gonna hear a different light. You know what I'm saying? We got 4 brothers here on the panel coming from 4 different walks of life. So you're gonna hear different aspects, different thoughts, and how we apply it to our day to day. Because we all different, but we all understand. We all got the soul within us. So let's tap into it. Raul's gonna lead the PowerPoint on this tonight. Helping us with the questions and stuff. So be ready with that. But we all gonna be here tapping in. So let's tap in. Anything before we jump into this powerful work, gentlemen?
Nope.
Let's go.
All right. So, chapter 6 of the Mastermind delves into the themes of focus, persistence, and mental force, cultivation to achieve mastery over life circumstances. This profound exploration of personal power and mental discipline emphasizes the true success is not accidental, but the result of deliberate and persistent mental effort. This chapter covers the concepts such as directed mental effort, the power of persistence, mental equilibrium, visualization, and the interplay between thought and action. And excuse me, I'm sorry. The mental play between thought and action, and Dumont provides practical insights and exercises to help readers delve into their mental powers and achieve their goals. So, for the first slide, we're going to start with the unfocused mind, like a stream of water that spreads thinly, achieving little force. The focused mind is like a powerful jet of water directed at a single point, achieving remarkable results. And developing focus is practice concentrating on a single thought or a task for a set period each day. So, which one would you say you fellas are more in tune with? The unfocused mind, the focused mind, or developing focus?
Developing focus, because one thing is like I seen so many points of how your focus can be just swayed at any moment, any time. And it's just when you don't have that focus, it's so easy to just be like, yeah, I can do this. Or yeah, let's do that. And then it's like then you be like later, like, man, I should have done this, but it's like you wasn't focused. So we have to develop a lot of things around it to center our focus, especially on a particular thing that we're working on.
Yeah, agreed. Because with the developing focus is something that has to be maintained in a way, because it's easy to, you know, for instance, Monday through Friday, you locked in with work or whatever it is that you do, for the most part of life right now. Once the weekend hits, it's really easy for folks to just drop everything, you know, and and I think that's where a little bit of the resentment for Monday comes because it's like, damn, I got to get back to my routine. So I think it's one of those things where developing your focus is also like maintaining it, still getting up early and meditating Saturday and Sunday so you can keep it going once you hit Monday. So Monday isn't a day where you putting stuff back in order.
Mhm.
Yeah, I totally agree with both you brothers because I think the idea with developing focus is something that you constantly have to do. So there's one thing about the focused mind that I'm not all of that thrilled about, and that is um, that focus can be one track, and sometimes it prevents you from seeing other things that come into play. And for me, I think since life is always in motion, I feel like a developing focus is something that you don't have to pin yourself to one side or the other. It's sort of like you're developing it as it goes. If the intent is structured and in alignment with the person, with the being, then I think that a developing focus is more conducive to achieving whatever it is that one is working towards because a focused mind lacks the ability to pivot, I think. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense to me.
Mhm.
I would say I kind of have like a developing focus, but also like kind of focus in a sense where it's like me, I gotta always do kung fu with life, especially as an adult, the older that I get. And every day I have like certain levels of obstacles obstacles that I gotta deal with. And so I have to always think on my toes a lot of time. So I feel like I'm not focused, but in retrospect, I'm like very much like a kung fu master, like in the middle of a fight, trying to fight 10 little kids. You know what I'm saying? Like I gotta be like in that shit all the time. Like I always gotta fight. I always gotta play some type of mental fight throughout my day. So the crazy part is like I got a laptop and you know my laptop, that's like my sixth kid. You feel me? Like I love
Mhm.
that bitch. You feel me? Like
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? That motherfucker broke. But mind you, I don't got Apple Care on it. So I freak out when it breaks. But then long story short, I got this home insurance program that I never paid until September.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like it just was like you know how you have like in a subscription, like you see some shit hit your account, you like, damn, I need to cancel that shit.
Mhm.
I'm thinking that the whole month, like I gotta cancel that shit. But my laptop broke. And Apple, like, yeah, since it's not under you not under Apple Care, this is gonna be $600. I'm like, whoa, right? But I have the insurance though. So therefore it was only gonna be like 100. But I'm saying all of this to say the moment that I'm thinking that my world is over, like I gotta pay all of this money, it came back to be not that, but the beauty of it was it brought me into studying the Galatian because we got a Bible on our altar and it was open to this picture of Solomon. And my wife was like, who opened the Bible to Solomon? I'm like,
Mhm.
for damn sure not me. But I was already so what I did was because I have been studying Aleister Crowley this week. And so I just did a cross reference to Solomon and Aleister Crowley, and I see his interpretation of the Galatian. So then I'm studying the Galatian, and it's like, okay, the Galatian is talking about your mind. And I'm
Mhm.
like, oh shit.
Mhm.
So then I'm looking back at the computer situation, like to go, these niggas broke my computer so I could because it's like all
Mhm.
of this shit is living. So it's like
Mhm.
where our mind we think is unfocused and we all did different type of places. It's like, yeah, because it's like 76 beings inside of you wanting to communicate.
Yep.
Like and you gotta actually communicate with them motherfuckers. And then I started getting into that mode. It's like I don't have a laptop, but I'm feeling like I feel good about it. Like I
Mhm.
don't feel like my life is over. It's gonna be here eventually. But
Mhm.
it was certain shit that happened. Like we had a plumbing emergency, and then I couldn't find my phone all at the same time.
Mm. Mm.
And
Mm.
then in 2 minutes, I found my phone and the plumbing was solved. I'm like, these damn Galatian motherfuckers, I
Mhm.
can't, I can't with this shit. So it's like, all right, it's just teaching me whenever it's a crisis, go within myself, figure out what demon wants some attention, deal with that motherfucker, and then you'll probably, it's like, because it's like these demons are supposed to help you, but it's
Yeah.
like you thinking they outside of you, and really all of these niggas is like, hey, we all inside of you.
They all inside. They all inside.
So
Yeah,
long,
and
So,
I'm just developing my focus into that over this past weekend.
hmm, yeah, because it's just like it's 72 angels and 72 demons.
72 demons, 72 angels, and they all represent in the left hemisphere and the right hemisphere.
Yep. So
Your masculine and your feminine.
that's where you get your 144 from, and that is the whole point of it. Like we, I think what gets misconstrued when we talk about spirituality and we talk about demonic activities and things like that. Very little do people discuss the fact that all energies have an opposing energy to them. So
Period.
when we talk about like the Goetia, I was on the Goetia and the egregor shit last year. So like that, the I'm huge into that because I'm one of those people that will tell you that I don't believe all demons are bad. I don't even think no demons are bad. I just
Mhm.
think these are misunderstood spirits,
Yeah,
right? So I think that's dope that you was able to go into a chaotic moment in time within your space and then come right up out of it just by looking at the Solomon page and shit. I think that's dope, bro. I think that's dope.
Shit, like the triggers are your teachers, and it everything that I'm reading in the Galatia is basically talking about shadow work. So whereas if you deal with what you already want, you probably won't get it. But if you're a good person, you probably need to deal with some negative magic. If
Yes.
you're a bad person, you probably need to deal with some good magic. But
Mm-hmm.
you gotta properly identify yourself. And so where people are saying, I won't deal with the Goetia, or I won't deal with the demonic, or I won't deal with the angelic, you said more to do about yourself. Because it caused me to watch this goddamn interview with Anton LaVey, and
Mm-hmm.
motherfuckers be like mad at him. He just be sitting back chilling.
Yeah.
They hate him. Why? Because they the demon,
Yep.
and he's the demon that is project. He's able to project the demon. So it's like he can identify a demon because he's already that. So he can't be it. He just provoking the demon in everybody he come into contact with. And if
Mm-hmm.
you understand it from that perspective, it's like you would save yourself because a lot of times you just attracting what you are or what you trying to hide a lot of times.
More or less that what you're trying to hide shit is right and exact.
Mm.
All right, so with persistence as the key to mastery, persistence over talent, challenges as opportunities. Um, what do you think is more important, or rather, let's say it like this: many fail not to do lack of talent or opportunity, but because they give up too easily when faced with obstacles. And challenges as opportunities is adopt a mindset that views challenges as opportunities for growth rather than insurmountable barriers. Okay, so which one do you guys think is more prevalent? Persistence over talent or challenges over as opportunities?
I say persistence over talent, right? Because when you have, so y'all ever heard of the law of averages?
Mhm.
You said the law of averages?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
The main thing they'll tell you about the law of averages, especially when you're new, don't worry about, you know, the results or the reward. Just worry about the numbers, worry about how many people you talk to, worry about the ratio. So it's like, if you can get one person to eat a piece of candy, you know what I'm saying? Every time you talk to somebody, you increase. And that's not saying like, oh, you're going to get this other side of the spectrum. It's understanding that the work that you constantly putting in is the reward. You know what I'm saying? So each day that you working for something, you building that main person that you're seeing at the end of the goal or the outcome. Like, oh, I'm trying to be this master writer, da 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 da. But it's like you got to start somewhere with the writing. Like everybody sucked at writing, but if you constantly keep writing and writing, niggas gonna read your shit and be like, bro, you a poet, and you was just like, thanks, I just been writing just for so long. I guess I can do it now. Thank you. I mean,
Mhm.
I don't see that. I just kept writing. That's why I'm the best. It was like seven other guys with me, but they all stopped. I just kept going, and they was all better than me.
Mm,
A
mm.
lot of people don't want to talk about that part. Like, how'd
I
you make
like
it to the top? It was a lot of niggas making me look bad at the bottom, but I kept going and they stopped.
I
I was
like
okay with losing.
I
I
like that.
was the loser. Now I became the winner because I didn't
Mhm.
stop.
Mhm.
So that's my piece for
It's
that.
sort of like the turtle in the race with the rabbit, right? Like the rabbit is gonna go all out because it knows it's gonna win, and like it doesn't think it has anything to worry about. But the turtle is just like, I'm gonna get there. I ain't in no rush. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What say you, Breeze?
I would say I'll lean more towards challenges as opportunities, because when you no longer see something um, as stopping you, when you no longer see like difficulties in life as a reason not to do something, um, and only something that's setting you up for to be greater. Kind of like what Hood was saying, like with dealing, if you're a good person dealing with like darker magic, negative magic, you know, I think your willingness to accept challenges will reflect on your personal success or whatever you're doing, because um, that's that's what makes the main character. Like looking at it as you're the main character of your TV show or your
Mhm.
saga rather, or mythos. It's those challenges that remind you of like how far you got to go and who you are. Um, yeah, when you no longer see it as when you no longer see it as an obstacle and see it as an opportunity, or not seeing it as a failure, but as an opportunity, that's when stuff start changing for you. That's when you look like a person that's just lucky, because you welcome that kind of thing. Um, yeah, that's what I would say about it, because it's real easy to like, damn man, why life so hard, and
Mhm.
then you spiral into all kind of mental disorders and things of that nature. Um, yeah, it ain't because I think when you really in alignment as well, you understand that God would never put any burden on you that you can't handle. So off the bat, you're not looking at a situation as this is gonna take me under. You know,
Mhm.
um, Always knowing like, okay, I'm in this situation for a reason, and there's something in me that needs to be expressed. So basically, your experiences, you find yourself in experiences because kind of like these daemons are orchestrating these experiences so they can be expressed, you know. So, for instance, like getting nervous before speaking, you got so much nervousness in you that you may suppress. And it's just like, I want to be expressed, because I think once you express a feeling or emotion, or something from your intuition, you're able to move past it. You're able to work with it. You're able to invoke it on your own. It's just like one of
Mhm.
those things where it's like, damn, I didn't know I was like AD was saying, I didn't know I was that smart, or I didn't know I was that good. But it's only when you embrace the difficulties.
You there, Hood?
Yeah, you just joined back on.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, go ahead, big bro.
Yeah, I would say like I'm the king of persistence, but it's like I guess the question is, what do you define as success? Because you could be persistent in something that you don't feel successful in doing, right? And then you persistently being unsuccessful. So that would be a like trying to master, like I think it's like a caveat. It's like a very thin line between just think about persistence and then going to work every day. You could essentially say going to work every day is being persistent, but you might even look if you working at Walmart, do you actually want to be persistent at working at Walmart? Or like you feel me? Like do you feel successful in that role? And then trying to figure out the thing that I feel successful in doing and being persistent in it. So I feel like you need to make a big leap. You need to not be afraid to say, all right, I'm gonna be persistent at making YouTube videos. I'm gonna be persistent at writing books. I'm gonna be a persistent in something to whereas, and then you gonna start doing your analytics, doing your marketing, maybe hire some people from Upwork or Fiverr, right? Because You want to get better at it versus just being persistent in something just to say, "Oh, I was persistent." Like them niggas that go to Burger King and they just give you a motherfucking hamburger at the end of it and tell you congratulations, you've been working at Burger King for 30 years. You know what I'm saying? And I think black people, we it's like for me, I'm the first person in my family to ever do anything like I'm doing. But that don't mean I'm not. My family is very persistent. Like I'm 40 years old. I've seen generations before me be persistent at working for the state. And what happened? They just transitioned and they work for the state, nigga. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I seen it. You know what I'm saying? You don't get nothing. Once you retire from that job, you don't get shit. You better hope you get SSI and some shit like. And I've seen it so many times. People work. So it's like, all right, let's figure out a way to be successful in our persistency. That's what I'm trying to figure out as we
Mm-hmm.
speak.
Mm-hmm.
Where
Yeah, I
where
like how you
to
said
be
that.
persistent.
Where to be persistent effectively,
Mm-hmm.
because now I'm into financial literacy real heavy, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm realizing I should have been persistent. If I was, I wouldn't be like real talk. I wouldn't have no financial problems if I was just financially persistent since 2020. If I said, all right, I'm gonna just take finances seriously every day in 2020. 2024, nigga, we all be millionaires. But it's like, shit, I wasn't persistent. I let it all just kind of go by the wayside. And then Bitcoin go up motherfucking 50x. Nigga, I was talking about that shit. Bro, I know we been talking about that shit when that shit was at 10K.
Yeah, please
So,
don't remind me. Um,
but
Mm-hmm.
you feel me?
yeah,
Persistence
yeah.
is you gotta be precise with your persistence, nigga.
I think
For
I think
sure.
I think those two things have to go together. Actually, persistence and viewing challenges as opportunities. Because what is a persistent person actually doing? They're trying to figure it out because they don't necessarily have the particular talent for what it is that they're doing, right? So the
Mhm.
persistence is going to make up for the lack of talent, but the continued persistence is going to allow you to keep getting knocked down, but keep getting back up because you view those challenges as opportunities. You don't view setbacks as woe is me. You view setbacks as, oh, well, you saying I can't get it now. I'm gonna prove you wrong. You know what I mean? So like I think persistence has to be something that goes with viewing challenges as an opportunity, because otherwise it's like you could be persistent at beating your head up against the wall.
Facts.
That ain't gonna make your head stronger. You know what I'm saying? Like
No, it's not gonna make your life easier. It's not gonna be like, damn, I'm getting so much better at banging my head up against this wall.
yeah, like
And
it's
and
totally
that's proverbial for a lot of shit that niggas do. You feel me?
They feel
Mm-hmm.
amazing about
that's a
that shit,
fact.
gang. And it's like when we think about that challenge, right? And opportunities, when you think about where you're trying to get to, like I remember having this strong conversation, right? And they told me, they said, so to be wherever you want to be, is it going to magically pop up at the door, or do you got to get there by taking the steps to get there? So it's just like thinking about the aspect, the steps to take to get to a point where you want to be in your life or work or whatever. You got to know the steps you got to take, learn about it, understand it. Like, let's say you want to be a content creator. All right. Sometimes it's like if you got the money, if you don't, but you got to understand certain aspects you got to be on. If you don't got a tripod and all that shit, work your way up to it. But right now, use that phone, stand on the back of your shit, and stream every day. Have topics, have things that you're trying to teach, have an approach. It's just if you're trying to be a boxer, it's like you're gonna need mouth guards, gloves, like it's certain steps and things you have to take, and you just gotta learn how to do it. versus like you
I
got
would
to
say, I
expose
would
yourself
say
to it.
journal, write down, try
Man,
whatever, recreate what you just wrote down.
Hmm.
Start there.
Yeah, because those challenges is gonna let you know what you need.
Hmm.
Look at it like that. You know what I mean? Because the only reason why you you may look at it as a failure is because it was something you didn't know. And these and challenges is an opportunity to figure out what you don't know. So wouldn't you want to lose money in stock market if that means that you will now learn how to you know grow your money over time? You know what I mean? Like, wouldn't you want to get played by a chick? so so you'll know how game goes so that you can actually pick a real find your actual flame, twin flame and stuff like that. So we got to be grateful for the stumbling in life, to a degree, because that's what's gonna, you know, it made me think of Amazing Grace. You was once lost, now you found, but only through the
Mm.
trials and tribulations or the challenges are you found. You know, because you can be in the best situation, but be on the Truman Show. You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah, I think
You could
about
be trolled.
hmm
yeah,
hmm
I think about the people that weren't highly touted, coming out of school, making it to certain areas and being extremely successful at it, not because of they were just good at it at all. Like they literally made it because they just wouldn't give up. Like failure wasn't an option, right? And I think there has to be a certain level of resilience in every individual when embarking on anything that you're trying to accomplish outside of yourself, because you have to understand that the consistent persistence of your effort with the intent is really putting you ahead of the field, because what does a talented person do? They slack off a little bit. They think that they're entitled to what it is that they have because of the talent, or
Mhm.
the person who is given an unfair advantage because they might be a trust fund baby, or they might come from an environment that had an abundance of financial wherewithal within it. Those people don't necessarily appreciate what it is that they have, and I think that's what makes it that much more better for the person who wasn't supposed to get it, right? Like the people who weren't looked at as them being the next person, right? Like when they do ultimately achieve those things, and it's far outweighed by the people who didn't see it coming, who couldn't predict it, who didn't understand why it happened. Those are the best stories to me, honestly.
Facts. It is the narrative, you know what I'm saying? The narrative
hmm
is, you work hard, you get the results, and that persistence to get what you want. That's unless, you don't come from a silver spoon or you don't have all of that shit, then you're gonna have to put in the work. And I feel like people who do have the silver spoon and they have all of the things laid out for them, they just a smoke screen anyways. Because if you good at what you do, and you persistent, you gonna find a place, right? I'll think about like being in a music scene in Cleveland and being around a bunch of artists that, their daddy was this and their mama was that, and there was a bunch of artists like that and they clogged up the scene. But it's like, bro, if you a professional and you a musician or whatever, just be good. And a lot of the people that I know, they still working to this day. Like people like Lola Brown, like she sing backup for Rihanna and travel all over the world. You know what I'm saying? And she didn't know, she wasn't like tapped into the elites, but she just had a different grind, a different perspective, a different persistence, and she was really cold. So it's like if you call that what you do, be persistent, it'll find the right crowd, right? And don't let if you're an artist and this person got all the resources and they killing everything on the art scene and you gonna feel less than about your shit. Don't. You know what I'm saying? Because that motherfucker just a smoke screen. Your raw talent and persistence is going to peek through. That's the nature of it.
I see. So the next one is the law of mental equilibrium. And here's a question for the panel. Um, do you think it's necessary for you to be balanced in your approach and anything and everything that you do, or do you actually operate out of chaos and on one side or the other?
This question made me think of the Kabbalah. Um, I feel like is I think once you get to once you get to your destination, it all balance out. But I think um whichever path you take or however you choose to for example, like just solving a problem, um you do what you know. You go by what you know, knowing that um you're going to learn. It's going to be a learning experience. Um, so yeah, I think it's just you can say it's chaos, but it's kind of like what do I perceive this problem as being, and what tools do I have to solve them? You know, um, and how much can I do before I need help? I would say that's more of what I'm thinking. I mean, if that answers your question.
To point to like alley oop and take the assist from Breeze or when he said, because it's like when you really think about how he relates to Kabbalah too, it's always going to be a different aspect. And earlier we even said it's always going to be an aspect to everything, you know, hot and cold, low and high. So it's just like being in that place of equilibrium with your mind. You know, some days you're going to be here, some days it's like being consistent, but you're not always giving a 50 100%. Some days going to be 80-50, but you're still doing work. But the main thing is realizing that if you know how to center yourself, you'll be able to be balanced, because centering is the main key, like to being balanced, centering yourself and knowing when you out of alignment. And I feel like you have to center yourself every day, mentally charging.
Facts. I think, and back to the question where I was asking about balance earlier this week, I was talking about the process of motion and balance, how motion requires balance, and balance is not a thing unless motion is happening, right? And then the way to understand that is a bicycle. So it's like just simply understanding that mode and saying like balance is moving forward and trying to like, so what that means to me is that I can't sit back and reflect on what I need to do or what I should do. I just gotta just get out there and just do it.
Hmm.
Right. And in that I will find balance.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? That's how I would look at it.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
like.
like as long as you stay in that arena, you gonna get the hang of it. You know,
Long
you
as
gonna
you on
you
that bike, you gonna
yeah,
figure it out, you know?
you gonna see other people on their bikes. You can, hey, how you learn this, or you know, like what kind of bike is that?
Facts.
You know,
And they
and
would love to tell you, oh man, your
hmm
tires is just too goddamn thick. That's all
yeah,
you need some skinnier tires, bro. You like, oh, okay. Cause they riding bikes. But if a nigga ain't never rode a bike, he can't tell you shit about riding bicycles. And
hmm
that's a lot of the times where we trying to figure out what we need to do and we using the people around us as social cues and we'll never get it. We gotta get on our
hmm
bike and go, you know?
Yeah, that just made me think back to teaching my kids how to ride, and every single one of them, all three of them, before they learned how to ride, swore up and down that they was never gonna figure it out. Like they swore up and down they would never figure that shit out. And my son was probably the easiest, and he was the youngest because I had two girls also. But the my oldest, like she fell like maybe 11, 12 times on the first day, and then she never fell again. You know what I'm saying? So like I think I think that's right and exact. Like I love how you said, Hood, there is no balance. There is no motion without balance, right? Because you could flop to one side, but then there's no attention paid to any other side. So it's just like you're just rolling in one direction. You know what I mean? Like, um, how do you brothers restore yourself when you feel out of balance? What are some practices, some things that you guys do? Do you ever notice that you're out of balance?
I got my go-to books, Zachary Lansdowne, the Bible, Book of Thought, and I try to read them and understand them. Because you know why I do that? Because when I was lost, that's what helped me. So if I'm ever feeling like that, I go back to that.
Yeah, agreed. I would say definitely the Bible for me. Um, yeah, like using some of the things that remind me who I am. And a lot of times, if I'm off balance, I know it's something that I'm doing. Like it's almost like I know this is going to fuck up my balance, you know. And it's like one of those human things. You still do stuff, you know what I mean? Like you may be drinking too much, you know you're gonna be hungover in the morning. It's gonna probably take you a whole day just to feel regular, or staying out all night, or you know, overeating. It's just like those little things. I know how it's going to disorientate me. Um, and but the thing that helps also besides the Bible is journaling. Um, because whenever I'm like on a good streak of just journaling constantly, like that's when I feel the most clarity, and the most assurance of myself, you know. And I would say that whenever I'm lacking on my journaling, I feel off balance. I got to use more energy to do certain things in life. Stuff don't come as easy when I'm not journaling.
Not
Yeah.
not a normal exertion at that point.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's like I have to overcompensate sometimes.
Hmm.
And I'm probably dehydrated, so I need to drink more
Yep.
water too.
Hmm. Oh, Jay, that was the first thing I was gonna say is drink. I drink water and drink some tea when I really feel off balance, and then I write and I go train. Of course I read my books, but like that physical movement is a real thing for me because when you
Going to the
young,
gym.
yeah, because when you
Yeah.
young or just when you just have a lot of energy, period, sometimes you're gonna waste it on things, whether it's scrolling, whether if it's getting active. But it's like if you can prioritize that time to your body and your mind, you'll just have this residual ease of like centering yourself easier. Because at the end of the day, sometimes it's hard to get your mind in check when your body out of check. You know what I'm saying? So if you can, like, of course, you can use your mind to control your body. Like, yeah, my leg hurting, but forget that. I'm good. I'm a walk, whatever. But sometimes it's like you gotta slow down and assist certain parts of yourself so you can keep moving energetically, easier and wiser. Sometimes you just can't throw duct tape on everything and be like, all right, we're gonna get it done.
Hmm.
You're gonna have to get shit fixed.
Yeah, I love to spend my time in nature whenever I get to that point. Um, Sometimes I just go out on my fire escape. You know what I'm saying? Like I like to I like to detach, or at least allow myself to detach from whatever it is that's going on immediately in front of me, and allow my thoughts to come come organically. You know what I mean? Like it's hard for your thoughts to flow organically when you're so inundated with TV and online shit, and just things to keep your mind occupied as you get through a day. So like I like to detach. You know what I'm saying? And then I I I, I can always listen to Alan Watts. You know what I'm saying? But I prefer to detach myself from whatever it is that's going on immediately in order for me to center myself so I can come back to it. Um, And with the emphasis on mental equilibrium, it aligns with modern psychological theories on stress management and mindfulness benefits. By cultivating a calm and balanced mental state, individuals can access their higher faculties and approach problems with greater clarity and creativity. For the role of visualization in success, do you guys believe visualization is important for success?
So let me say it like this, right? So sometimes a lot of people say, and it's true, you can get insta gratification with the visualization, right? But what if I told you it's not sometimes visualizing that you have it or visualizing that you're doing it. It's being able to see the vision of your higher self. Right? If you can have your higher self in the room with you, like sitting across from you, looking at you doing your work or doing that thing or being creative, it's like you being watched. And it's like you gonna disappoint yourself or you gonna BS because 9 times 10, I seen a video today and it's like when we on bullshit, we be like, I don't give a fuck. But we using that to cover up shit. So it's just like when you got that accountability of your higher self and you using that visualization of what you creating from that higher mind of who you going to be, what you trying to bring, how you trying to help, you gonna be creating. And sometimes it's not always seeing the whole picture. Sometimes putting each piece together to create the picture. And you need to visualize that. Because when we get our visions, when we doing like the spiritual work or the dream work, sometimes it's not the whole dream we remember. It's that one piece, then it just sparks the rest of everything of the dream. Like, oh yeah, like that's why we had the frosting, and then I just got the yeah.
Yeah, I would say the visualization is a good indicator of how focused you truly are. Because it's, I feel like, because sometimes you can unconsciously contemplate something, and then it's times where you are, consciously fixating on something. And I think that I think it's just all around important. But it's like, and I use this word a lot talking about spirituality and your intuition, but it's a very subtle thing, you know, um, of just like directing your energy, letting um letting your spiritual guides know this is what we on, this is what we doing, because there's so much that goes on in this world that kind of like scramble your ideas. And without the visualization, you can really get caught up in all kind of shit. Um, so yeah, to answer your question, definitely, I think the visualization is very important. It's very important. It's how you it's kind of like how you establish your focus on something. Being able to um, visualize yourself doing it, visualize yourself being successful in it, and all those kind of things.
I agree. It's kind of like common sense because, but then again, on the other hand, when you visualize in negativity, it's still visualization. So it's like getting behind it to like be balanced, know what you're doing, and be visual in your pursuits. Not visualize like I'm gonna be successful and you ain't even left your goddamn front door. You know what I'm saying? You just in the house talking shit, visualizing your success. So I think it all comes into play. Having some type of mental equilibrium, some type of balance, action, and then visualization.
Yeah, I think the line for manifestation has something like see it, think it, feel it, say it. So like I always remember listening to Bruce Lee talk about how he always went into a match where he always visualized winning the match before he got on got on to the mat, to fight. And it's just something about seeing something before you go and do it. It's almost like it plants it within your consciousness that not only is it possible, but that you're actually going to achieve it. And
Hmm.
and I think that also lends itself to the the intensity that in which a person goes about doing that, right? Like because if you don't think that you're going to be successful, if you don't think that you're going to actually accomplish what it is that you're setting out to do, 9 times out of 10, you're going to half-ass that thing anyway, right? So I think I think visualization is paramount. I think you have to have visualization. Um, what practical advice do you guys have for the folks when it comes to visualization and success?
The thing that ties visualization and success together is experience. So, and the only thing that can stop you from getting experience is worrying about how you look, because you kill everything once you concerned with how people see you. Um, you gotta be okay with saying shit. I don't know, or help me with this. I don't know. So much in my career, shit from the first day of engineering school to today, like it was a lot of trial and error. It's a lot of trial and error. It was me asking people questions that may have been at a particular site for 10 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, and me, you know I only been here for 10 months, um but being okay with that, not just trying to walk around like, oh yeah, I know that, when you don't. What good is that going to do? Because um I want the experience, you know what I mean? I want to be able to retire early. I'm trying to put all this stuff together in that regard. But you need the experience to do it. Because that's at the end of the day, that's what success is, having the experience. Because once you're successful, you either gonna be a person that is either helping other people be successful, or you're a person that is lying to themselves that they know a lot because of the experience, quote unquote, that they have. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of old people that hide behind titles. That, oh, I got this degree, I know this or that. I've done this for this amount of years. And it's
Ooh-wee.
not one of my favorite rappers, AZ. He got a song where he say, what happens to you don't make you a real nigga. how you deal with it dictates a real nigga, and that's what it's about. How are you going to respond to the situation? You're not real because you dealt with XYZ. You know what I mean? It tells a lot about you, of how you came out of the situation. What did you do with the situation? Did you make lemonade when life gave you lemons, or did you act like you knew what to do with lemons and you ate them sour ass lemons and you looking stupid?
Hmm. For me, I would say practical would be not either or. Like somebody asked me, what should I work with, demons or ancestors? As if demons and ancestors can't live in the same space called your DNA.
How
And
you
so
know that
once
some of
you,
your ancestors ain't demons?
that's what my answer is going to be. Work with your demonic ancestors, right? Because it's all of this DNA that is within you, and it's a lot of different things that's happening in you. If you in the space of either or, none of this visualization shit ain't going to matter. At a certain level, it's like looking at a world. You can't take the whole world in a meditation session. How much traveling would y'all have to do to see the whole world? Like every part of the world. Is that even possible?
Mm-mm.
Right. So your mind is the same, probably infinitely larger than the world. It's a lot going on. So when you visualizing it, get comfortable with visualizing a landscape, a world, a dimension, a plane of existence where a lot of things is going on, right? And start visualizing from that perspective in real life, because that's what's happening. And the quicker you realize that all of this shit that's happening is going on within you, the more you will start dealing with it, the more you will realize that it's not so bad, it's not so difficult. You're not alone. You can send motherfuckers out, hey man, go do this shit for me real quick. The rent coming on the first. Make some shit happen. Oh man, here go that money I owed you, bro. Oh, this is enough for me to pay the rent. Ain't that crazy? No, it's not fucking crazy. It's real life. So like, what do you visualize? And what modes are you enacting that visualization? Like the key is you got to know what you want. First of all, you can't be afraid of saying, "Nigga, I want to be a black belt." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't just be like, I don't know, man. Maybe, hopefully, God willing, I'll become a black belt one day. Like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you won't. Or I'm gonna be a black belt. That's all I visualize. So when I get in there, I'm just whooping ass. My technique is just flawless because I know I've already y'all looking at this match, but I'm already looking at myself 10 years from now. I'm saying a little kung fu analogy real quick.
For me, man, it's just I'm gonna keep it simple and plain because the brothers are like cooking up like linguine. You know what I'm saying? But really, meditate. If you really want to work on your visualization, your creativity, meditate, create practices. You know, it's been times where you can do, and times I've done it where I stare at a picture, use visualization to create a trance. So, meditation is the simplest form, easy to work on visualization. I remember we had an intro where we had Panic, you know what I'm saying, join the Discord, where we had him talking about using an apple to meditate,
Email.
you know what I'm saying, and biting into the apple, then filling the apple. So it's just you use that meditation there, and then you can have certain practices to correlate into that to visualization for your life, work, whatever. But meditation is the key. You could say sleep is the cousin of meditation.
For sure.
What? No, you're not gonna change that from the homie Nas, bro. Like, nah, nah, son. Like,
I, I remember niggas not being Nas
how
fans.
you
I thought
gonna
niggas was
change
Jay
the
Z
homies?
fans.
Nah, son. How you gonna
I
change
Right,
the
thought niggas
right,
was
homies?
Jay Z
AB.
fans.
You know
So
what? You know what? Since you said it like that, you're right. You're right. You can get that.
yeah, ever since y'all said it, Ho did my nigga wrong, man. Talking about nobody want to listen to him. I'm like, that's crazy. I had to go
Not
around. You
not
still listen
according
to
to
Nas?
Breeze though. Not according to Breeze though.
I had to go ask niggas. You listen to Nas? You still fuck with Nas?
Yo, we gonna be
What you
80
think of that King
still.
Disease, nigga?
Niggas is gonna be 80 still debating that shit, bro. I swear to God.
Yeah, yeah.
I swear to God. We're not
Who's the best
what about
MCs? Biggie, Jay Z, or Nas?
is there a holistic approach to visualization being the key to success?
I,
Repeat
I would
that.
say what AD said is the
I
meditation.
think y'all covered it, but I did have to run to I had to run to the next room, so I might have missed it. But I just wanted to know if there was a holistic approach to it, or does it all go together? Right? Like practical solutions and a holistic approach, like all of it pretty much goes together. Wouldn't you say? Because by combining the clear and mental imagery of persistent effort, individuals can bridge the gap between dreams and reality.
You know the saying, seeing is believing.
Ooh. But is it though? Because we spiritual niggas over here. I don't know.
Uh,
I got you. So
The spirit will fuck you up on that one, bro.
right, but what if I told you what you seen with is not your two eyes, but your third eye?
Ooh. Cook.
hmm.
Okay, I digress. I'll digress on that. The interplay of thought and action. Thought provides the blueprint for success. Action brings the blueprint to life. Balance, equal importance to planning and execution. The metaphor of an architect, thought, and the builder, action, to illustrate the inseparable nature of thought and action. This synergy is a cornerstone for his philosophy, that be Dumont, reminding readers that true mastery requires both mental discipline and practical application. Would you say you use one more than the other? That's for the panel.
Mm. You repeat the question again, my bad.
Balance and thought are supposed to be used in unison when it comes to, action and thought are supposed to be used in unison for balance. Do you think you use one more than the other? Or is there another way? Is there another way to achieve balance?
So I'm gonna put it like this. One, of course, everybody's always using one over the other more. I'm gonna say it like this, and it's gonna trigger warning. It's gonna sound weird, but dumb people act all the time. Smart people use their thoughts all the time. So it's just like when you see why all these people out here when considered dumb is like popping and getting the views is because they using that action and probably thinking later. And some of the smart people who ain't getting the shine like they should, it was doing a lot of thinking before they was acting. So and then the people who just like, man, this nigga just creative, smart. Those are people who use the action and the thought. It's like people see like this nigga could just do best of both worlds. It's because they have a balance. They able to tap into themselves and the different archetypes of themselves. Like they can go into construction worker them, they can go music with them. Is being able to really step inside yourself and bring that balance out. Because at the end of the day, depending on what kind of person you are, you're gonna be leaning to like, I act, bro. I step in that field. Or you're a thinker's like, I play chess, I gotta think my move 7 ahead before I move. And the key is just like you need both if you want to really be able to act at a pivotal point where you're efficient, you're not burning unnecessary energy, you hitting that market every time.
I hear what you're saying, but what if you got the wrong thoughts, which
Mm.
which ends up proceeding to the wrong action?
Right. You know how earlier when we said knowing what you want, also you have to vibrate at a certain frequency to be able to get it. Right. So if you want to be, a dietitian, you know that you got to get out the mindset of stop eating Twinkies every day. Because you a dietitian not gonna tell somebody to constantly eat Twinkies. Like they gonna tell you to stay away from that shit.
You can't
They
take
gonna
my
tell you
Twinkies, bro. You can't take my
they gonna
Twinkies.
they gonna tell you, bro. They gonna tell you Camel. It's gonna be a nigga online that's gonna be like, you eating Camel piss detergent and gasoline. Damn it, you Twinkie mother. It's always
and
somebody
bat
online.
and bat placentas and hyena biscuits. No, but I think you got to use them. You got to use them together. You got to use your thoughts and your actions together. Um, because yeah, you can sit and think of the greatest shit ever and not try any of it.
Oh, you never
Um,
write it down.
or that, yeah. And I feel like the actions is kind of like you testing it out, or the actions will be just you just trying to figure it out, because you don't even know what to think about um something. Uh, yeah, that's what I would say about it.
Yeah, for sure. I would double down on that. Just simply like, you cannot try to operate in one modality over the other because you're going to look silly, like one way or the other. You have to integrate and infuse and find this balance. And if you're doing one thing more than the other thing, you're just going to look crazy. That's what I would say.
What is the importance of self belief? Did y'all hear me?
Yeah,
The
what's the
importance
importance
of
of self
self belief.
belief?
Yeah.
So you ever heard? So I'm gonna have to probably pull this up. So they say they'll tell you why you doing the work if you don't believe in yourself. Y'all ever heard that?
There's no work without faith.
Right.
Remind me of the Bible where Jesus just always asks people like, "Damn, why you ain't got no faith?" Or basically, people that wanted to be healed from diseases, blindness, being mute, being possessed by wrathful spirits. It was just like a lot of times Jesus was just like, "Do you believe this can happen?" And they was just like, "Yeah." He was like, "Well, you got faith. Boom, done." You know, um, that the belief in self is what uh, it's kind of like your why.
Mm.
It's like the fuel. Um, that's what keeps it going. Because it'll always be days where I don't want to do this shit. I want to stay in the bed, or I want to use some PTO, or you know, um, yeah, Is this the
Would you
right
say like
slide?
that's the type of oh shit, my phone I didn't pay attention. That's why it looked confusing.
Next one.
Cap.
Right there.
Yep.
Okay, you want water? Yeah.
Well, and just plus
Stuff too hot. You
like I
can't.
said, well that isn't that an act of perseverance?
That could be perseverance. That could be resiliency. So, foundation of achievement, challenging limited beliefs, practical techniques, and alignment for modern psychology. Emphasis on self-belief provides a timeless framework for developing this critical trait, which research has shown to be crucial for persisting in the face of challenges and achieving goals. It seems like this is a reoccurring theme, but thank you. Explain to me the importance of your own personal self-belief and what it is that you guys do on a day-to-day basis. And is it crucial for you guys' success, or is it just something you just do?
I mean, for me personally, it's just like a lot of things that I have programmed into my mind ever since I was a kid. That it, and when people would see me, they would look at me like I was just so crazy about what I wanted and saw for myself and saw for my life. So when I'm around people, it's always weird, when they just watching TV or Netflix and chilling, and I'm like studying or whatever I'm doing. I'm just in my own little world a lot of times because I really do believe in the greatest possible of all things, like at my core. And I don't need really no support. I don't need people to agree with me, not agree with me, don't like me. What people realize is, it could be a girlfriend or, somebody like that. She close to me and she like, you a piece of shit. You ain't shit, Kyrie. And I'll be like, all right, I'm about to do this live. I'm about to do this blog. Like, yeah, like, don't nobody give a fuck what you feel about me, bitch. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care what people feel about me. It don't matter. I'm just talking about my whole, ever since I just had a vision for myself, I just realized that people was going to support and then people was going to have no fucking idea on what my life is going to become. So I just build the foundation and the building blocks, and I'll just build it, build it, build it. Nigga, if I'm 75 and I come walking out of a pyramid, don't be surprised because I have been building this shit for a very long time. And that's just in my own personal self belief, my own spiritual work, things that I've seen and understood and understood just in real life. It's like, yeah, it is the thing that it it make me really look crazy to people too. So it is a dark side to it, but I mean, I'd rather get rich or die trying, bro. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to 50 Cent.
Light the fire under my
I wish I had
pants.
a bomb drop for that one. That was dope.
That's that hustler ambition. I think the
Yeah,
one thing
as
too, the one thing at the
go
end of the
ahead.
day is the one thing at the end of the day is just realizing like I remember we was talking about, waking up with a certain thought on your mind. And it's just like you go to sleep, man, and you did your best, no matter circumstances, no matter what obstacles was hit in front of you. when you accept that work, put the work in, go to sleep, and wake up again, you just feel different. You love to hustle, love to grind, you love the game. Ugly ass, but for real though, some people love to work.
You say ugly ass. Like, is he talking to us or he's talking to one of his mans? And I'm like, what?
You know how they say
That's
that's insane.
I think I had a
this shit
moment
made
like
me
this.
think about when I was in like the fucking fifth grade and we was doing like this circle time where we was just talking. And this black girl at the end of it, we was in Boston. She was like, that kid Kyrie, he just expects everybody to applaud when he done talking, and it's just like it's it's weird.
Hella projection.
Yo, nah, she might have followed you from a past lifetime just to say
hmm
that.
hmm
Just to say that
I
shit.
swear, I just got triggered by. I just remembered that shit out of nowhere. Like, yeah, that shit is crazy, but self belief is a motherfucker, man.
Hmm.
You can it can start very young and lead you to you like 85 years old, man. For real.
Hmm.
You'd be surprised.
Yeah, yeah, I agree because um, and you can really get a good gauge on your personal self belief. I would think when you talk to people that's close to you, and they'll start telling you about like certain qualities that you have that you don't really think about, positive or negative, it just made me think of that, you know, or how your success, for the most part, stems from your belief in yourself.
So what happens when you got a strong foundation and you got practical practices for everything that you want, that you have set out for your goal, right? You're aligned with your purpose and things still don't go your way. What happens? Is it over? Do you give up?
This is the challenge.
That's
This
is
is
that the challenge?
that's just another challenge to me. Don't get me wrong. I don't just be like, yay, another difficulty. I'll be sorry sometimes, but it's like, hey, at a very young age, there was things that I wanted to know about mathematics specifically that I knew if I did not do it, if I did not study it, my parents couldn't help. Nobody in my family could help. You know, I was a kid that was going to office hours back in high school, because I wanted to know. And because I could have gave up a long time ago with working towards becoming an engineer. I had so many opportunities, so many different situations. It was even a time where I was going to school part time and working, you know, because I still wasn't sure, but I just I sometimes I hate when people say, "Oh, that's a sign. You probably shouldn't do that," or you probably nah. You can look at it like that, but that's not always the thing. I think you get more difficulties to make you, and it's kind of like I'm already reiterating what I already said, but it's these difficulties is just making you stronger. It's just it's getting you acquainted with what you need, you know.
You ever want to see
Because
a real spiritual nigga spaz out? Tell him it's a sign.
oh man, no, for
Yo,
real,
yo,
for
yo.
real.
Yo, I swear to God, when somebody say that shit to me, I'll be ready to lose it, bro. Like nothing else triggers me more than when the motherfucker be like, "This is a sign." What? Yo, you know what?
Yeah, man, come on.
I guess when y'all was talking, it made me think about the concept of trial and error, and none of that says, "Yeah, buddy, you're doing a great job." You know what I'm saying?
Right,
It's
right.
literally trial and error the whole entire time. And I looked up the definition: the process of experimenting with various methods of doing something until one finds the most successful. So if you haven't reached that point where you found the most successful shit, you're not done with that trial and error. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? You still got more trial and you still got more error to do, but hopefully you utilize it and look at it as a learning experience rather than a failure. That would be the key to me in
Think about
differentiating it.
think
Agreed.
about how much trial and error old boy had to go through in order for him to draw the comparison between humans and apes. Like, I want you to think about. I want you to think about how many tests he had to go through just to prove his evolutionary theory. Like, like, like it took his whole entire lifetime, and he still didn't get it. His whole fucking life was trial and error, bro. Just saying. I'm just saying. That's crazy. Yeah, it was nobody on the side like, yeah, you're doing a good job, bro. Like there was nobody there for that, bro. So what are some applications in modern life that we could use for navigating distractions, personal growth, and creative pursuits?
I think one of them is uh don't pay your Wi-Fi bill.
What?
and and yes,
You
because I'm
advocating for
telling you,
that? Don't pay the
if
Wi-Fi bill?
because if you don't have Wi-Fi, I promise you, you will be like, damn, I really used to spend all my time on this app, on this game,
Yo.
and the reason why I say that is because when I first moved out of my mom's spot, I didn't have Wi-Fi for 2 weeks, and man, all I had was my books, because I ain't had shit, all I had was the stuff that was in the bedroom, I didn't have the internet, so it was just like, and plus my phone reception wasn't good, so till I got the internet, I really couldn't do the Apple calls or whatever, but yeah, if I think if you don't have the internet, you don't have no reason to distract yourself. Um, but then other than that, um, just be mindful of how you use your time. Time management is a really big thing. Um, because even if you put in 30 minutes a day to a skill, it'll pay off in the long run. Because people always talk about ain't enough time in a day, and I don't like that kind of thinking. Because I mean, even time management can be that obstacle. You know, how you don't know if the people that you look at as successful are just people that just know how to manage their time at a supreme level. You know, um, is not this big mythical thing. You know what I mean? It's a lot of fundamental skills I think that we can have. Even down to saving your money. You know, if you truly save like 30% of your paycheck, you know, just throughout your life, you'll be in a good ass spot. Especially if the unexpected happens in life. So just getting down to those fundamental things, and I think a really important one is the time management.
That's dope. What say you, Hood? What say you, AD?
Just more of the same in reference to just once I'm in a space where I'm comfortable with what I'm doing, like I'm professional, I'm getting paid, I'm getting the positive reviews. It's like just double down on it. Like I've tried a million different things, and not like I wanted to be successful at music. I wanted to be successful at uh like certain things that I tried, just really just trying shit, and I liked it, but people didn't like it. And I guess at this point it's okay because in the space of doing all of that, I found something that people really like and would give me reviews for. And from there, I just double down on it. And for each person, it's gonna be something different. But if you get love from something, right, I would say just keep doubling down on it. Keep coming back to that because that's how you're gonna make money and that's how you're gonna pay your bills. If you love doing something and it ain't giving you no money, like section that shit off a little bit. And that's just maturity. You know what I'm saying? That's just real.
I say.
Nah, for real. And it's just like sometimes you got to really be able to like just manage. I think that's like when you look at sometimes we'll see a manager at a job and you be like, man, they don't do shit. Like every time I go in their office, they be like trying to like buy something off the internet. But it's like and
Man,
it's like
go ahead.
and it's like when you see that, but it's like, but that's the thing though. What if they time management so cold that they know how to like do their job and look online for shit and still go to their boss and say, "Here's your report." Like sometimes we think we be like on that level of like, yeah, I could like get on Instagram, look at the hoes real quick, and go back to work, and then go to here, and it's like then you complain about how I couldn't do this today because I had to do this, and it's like you're not managing your time. I feel like if we get on that on deep level, have alarms, have schedules, have planners, then on top of the journaling, you'll go to sleep easier because it's like because it's people who really wake up out of their sleep or before they lay down. Man, let me go check this one more time. I think I didn't do that, and it's like you're not meditating enough if you're doing those type of things. And that's coming from a person who do that. A lot of people might say I'm responsible because boy, I check behind myself really hard sometimes because I think I forget. And then I'll be like, you know what? I'm doing that because I didn't meditate today. So I'll make sure I'll wake up early and get on top of that. That's just, you know what they say. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. I think I think as regular people, it's easy to indulge in the tomfoolery, right? Like it's easy to sit and scroll for hours. Well, not for me, maybe not for y'all, but for the regular person, like it's easy to just sit back and do nothing and wait for something to give you a signal to get moving. The problem is that time spent waiting could be time spent doing. And if there's one thing I wish that I was taught growing up, it would be to be able to navigate myself away from distractions and to not buy into indulgence so much because indulgence is a poor man's game. And
Mm.
so when when you abide by the same things that are allowing you to stay broke, I mean, you really can't complain about your results. So like by diligently applying principles outlined in this chapter, readers can cultivate the mental strength and discipline needed to overcome obstacles, achieve their goals, and create a life of true mastery. I think this chapter was purposefully poignant for this particular time right now and space. Um, People need to be given the information that is necessary for them to accomplish what they want to accomplish, but they also need to be made aware that there is no accomplishing that thing just because you want to accomplish
Man, I would say that motion is your protection. Like, even if you got to do some shit part time, like Jabri said, and just you don't know for sure, but take a little step, trial and error, and fuck around and find out because you don't get to consciousness without pain. There's no nigga that walks into the gym and says, I want the soft and fluffy weight machine that's gonna make me feel good while I work out. I want gym machines that resonate with me. I need a gym machine. Does this does this machine have good reviews? I'm trying to figure out.
Yep.
Like you gotta get in there and bust that shit open. You feel me? Like you got to. And so one of the things that I've learned this week is that when it's spiritual development, yeah, it's gonna be hard. And if it ain't hard, it ain't right. If it ain't painful,
It
if it
ain't
ain't
worth it.
trial and error, you no, you getting scammed out your motherfucking money for sure.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
For shit show.
Yeah, because anybody that promise you anything that comes ready made and ready to go is full of shit, bro. Like,
They lying to you. All you have to do is show up, take this course, get this certificate, and you're well on your way to where? Hell. Okay. Have fun.
For real.
None of this shit come with a price. Hey, it ain't no $3,000 course that's gonna open you up to nothing. So you gonna be $3,000 broker, and you just gonna be sitting there with information.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Period.
I think
The
I think
goal was to peel that money up out your wallet, nigga. That was the goal. That was the ritual. That was the spiritual act
facts,
for
facts.
you to put your debit card information in the pay system.
That's one thing that came from childhood that is still true today. No pain, no gain. I don't know why. I'm sitting here thinking about. Oh, I know why, but like I love women in high heels, but I always say to myself, you can't tell me that shit don't hurt. Like you can't tell me her feet not hurt all fucking day, bro. Like
Hey, Rod, you
Hey,
know how I
I
know
work in the
high heels
office.
hurt? Because you
You
never seen a nigga rock some high heels.
word.
Hood, you right, man. But I work in an office full of women. All I see is slippers and heels. So I
Yo,
mean, I feel like they be 40 minutes off, 10 minutes on.
Them shits is uncomfortable for sure. I almost guarantee you. I don't even want to try. I just know.
Yeah.
Shits is uncomfortable. They look uncomfortable,
they
sis.
look uncomfortable. They look sexy, but they look uncomfortable as fuck, bro.
A little way them calves is sitting up in them
Yeah,
feet.
them
You know what I'm
calves,
saying?
man.
Yeah,
Woo!
But nah,
I know a few
let
women that
them
box some heels.
I
let
ain't
them
gonna hold you.
have to wear
I am
them
a foot
all
guy. I ain't gonna
day.
hold you.
But let them have to wear those heels all day because they forgot some flip flops or some other shoes.
Oh, they pissed.
Yeah. She
Man,
got to be able to throw on some Chinese slippers or something throughout the
they
day.
walking around like a scallywag.
Not the scallywag.
Like at a certain point, they just taking them off and walking barefoot.
Oh,
You could
barefoot.
be
Yeah.
Oh,
at a
right.
job.
That's a
You could
fact.
be at a job and you can see a girl in a power suit walking barefoot through the goddamn cubicles. You're like, damn, the motherfucking heels must hurt them motherfucking bunions.
Yeah.
Ain't
That
nobody
is
gonna say
a fact.
nothing to her though, cause they know like, oh, she the motherfucking fucking heels hurt. It was,
Yeah.
yeah, the
They
outfit
nice
was
little
cold
girls.
though.
Anybody that could go through that pain with a straight face is about that life. Like you just don't want to
Man.
mess with them.
You could just look at a foot and then try to contort your shit into the way of a heel would be. And
Oh
just
yeah,
doing that is
Right.
like, come on, man. I'm not doing this all
Calf
day, walking
raises.
around.
if she
Yeah,
wearing
you're just
heels all
walking in a
day,
calf raise all day.
if
Like,
she in pain taking that shit, she'll free. I don't care what
Yo,
nobody say.
she gets a huge amount of respect from me. So I always think about shit like that, yo.
no
Like
pain, no gain.
think about a woman. Think about a woman that all she has is heels that she can wear to work. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, and then you think about it when it comes to working out, right? You want that particular gym body. You know what kind of sacrifices you got to make in there. You can't be out there eating big back food and taking big back trips to the drive-through, right? Like you got to
Mhm.
sacrifice all the way around the board. Some dudes only eat 2 and 3 times every couple of days. You know what I'm saying? Just because they want that particular six pack. So it's all about what you're willing to give up, in my opinion, in order to gain what it is that you're trying to gain.
Man,
Again,
because in
that's
this
that
spiritual
balance,
shit,
though, right?
Hmm.
man, because in this spiritual shit, you're gonna realize a lot of shit you gotta give up to get close to God, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is
Those
mostly
who
everything.
will.
We talking about it like that. Like you got to give it all up. Yo, Hood just brought it up earlier, bro. You got 144 demons and angels in your being, right? I need time to figure these dudes out. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I can't just be rolling around working a 9 to 5 and I got 144 in me right now. Like motherfuckers need attention. Gotta learn that shit. But I'm happy we was able to get back to it, fellas. What say y'all got anything coming up? Anything y'all want to talk about? What y'all got coming up down the pike?
Man, I'm working on some writing now that I don't have no laptop. So like Jabri said, just need the books, the journal. I don't know what's gonna happen. But oh, got the chocolate bars for the holidays, Black Friday going
Oh yeah,
crazy.
Oh yeah,
Um,
putting some
I'm
orders for
ordering
them,
some this
boy.
week. I got to get
got
my
a
order complete.
whole new campaign coming this week. So if you follow me on IG at the Hood Mystic, we got some flavors dropping this week. So man, hopefully, man, everybody have a good holiday weekend. I do not celebrate Thanksgiving. The motherfucking pilgrims can kiss my black ass from here to eternity.
Mm.
So, I'm fasting, sitting in a dark room on Thursday. But I know
Ashe,
that is going to be
get
getting
ready
out
for
with
the
the
Heretics Book
family and
Club,
all that.
man.
But
Ashe, get ready for the Heretics Book Club. It's coming, summing up. I'm sorry, I don't know if we're speaking in slurs. Coming up this Sunday, we got some heat for y'all. So tune in. Morning show for our early birds, and then if you don't know you sleeping in late on a Sunday, don't worry. The video go be there for you to tap into all types of works, downloads, and info. So let's tap into it this Sunday, and coming Sunday, of course, with Chapter 7 with the Mastermind. So, and see y'all tomorrow for Moon Day. We're gonna have some heat for y'all regarding the moon and some energy, especially understanding how to work with the moon constantly. We don't ever want to forget that. At the end of the day, there's always gonna be new people coming in, and there's gonna be people who in the game learning and know some things, and we still gotta go over certain things for them to be implemented in deeper ways. Because the fundamentals you take with you your whole life in anything.
Ashay,
That's a
Ashay,
fact.
yeah.
That's a fact.
In the Hierophants Book Club, we'll be going over parable of the sower, going through the metaphysics about that, and as well as um, some other books like Outwitting the Devil, as well as going over Exodus. Oh, and my book is in an editing phase, so just want to make sure it's just right, but not trying to be too perfect. But I just want to make it just right for the novice all the way up to the expert. Um, yeah, more on that soon.
That's dope. That's dope. I am in the process of contemplating a series, but I'm really into this Ethiopian Bible right now. Um,
Oh,
I am in the process of moving sites, so Flame On is going to be on Wix probably starting tomorrow. I'm moving away from Shopify. I don't like phantom charges, so don't worry. Flame On will be back in a day or so. But I'm just moving sites, and Journey to the Being is available. It will also have its own site. We will go back to offering consultations and paid readings from these brothers. Also, uh, I would like to spruce up the Discord think tank, so to speak. We haven't had a lot of the people interacting, and maybe they're just waiting for us. So, what I want to do is start putting more ideas and contemplations within the think tank Discord. Once again, join the Discord, join the Discord, join the Discord if you haven't.
Yes,
Um,
sir.
Going forward, the engagement. I just feel like I know I can step it up. I know we all can step it up, but people within the Discord step it up. Like we need participation. Don't just be a visitor. You know what I'm saying? Like we need to know what y'all need. Y'all need help with. Y'all need business consultation. Whatever. Like holla at us. Everything don't cost money, and the
Real
scared mouth
talk.
don't get fed. So um yeah, join Discord, join Discord, join the Discord. Journey to the
Niggas
B
like
is in
peeping through
store.
the blinds, like looking at the
Mhm.
Discord from the window, like
Yeah,
what they doing over there? Like,
yeah,
come on, man, get your ass up out the house, man. Come collab with
right.
the boy. You know what I
Yeah,
Come and
mean?
because
holler.
See what's
Come and
good.
the,
holler
Step
at
dis-
us.
the
outside.
Discord is not for us; it's for y'all too. And like, if you're a person who you got a cooking channel, or you writing your book too, or you painting, or you got a skill, the Discord is for that. We here to conversate, also here to grow. So don't feel like I don't. I feel like I'm flexing on niggas. It's like nah. That the Discord is not meant for flexing. It's meant for sharing. So it's like if you're working on something, sharing with people, and you want to conversate, do that. You want people to see your YouTube video. It's a channel where you can share your YouTube videos. You know what I'm saying? People gonna watch them.
We
Trust me.
probably we probably got a bunch of CEOs in that shit and nobody want to talk. Like, come on, let's get to it.
Real steppers, real pressures. Like come on, man. Like
Mhm.
I be seeing y'all going nuts on Instagram. Then I check the Discord reels. I'm like, I didn't see this reel in Discord, so I'm gonna share it for y'all. But it's like I can't always do that. Y'all gotta share it so I can see it. Like the Discord, we get an instant notification. So like, some people might be quiet, but they'll look at your content and share it.
Yeah, yeah. Don't be peeking through, man. Turn them fucking notifications on and let's get to it.
Yeah, because each day is a day to get that bag, get that bread, man. And it's like I had to learn the hard way. Like the money that you want in the world is in the pockets of other people. So if you really want to
Mm.
bring a service and help others, you got to have a team. You got to talk with people. You got to brainstorm. Remember it's 2024. It's gonna be 2025. You can't do this by yourself anymore. Like 2020 and 2021 is over. We're in the 2, 3, 4, 5s energy now. Like other people are starting to get added to this.
And we are overdue for a financial show. Um I think we should absolutely do something with connecting with the people and talking about crypto and investing and bonds and things of that
Yeah.
nature. Um, there's no shortage of information on how to learn to make your money work for you. And we all are solution based. So we definitely want to do something like that real soon, real soon. I'm going to get with my brothers and during off hours so we can line something up on that. But outside of that, I want to give our shade to the ancestors, known and unknown. I want to say thank you to the collective for giving us this space once again. Thank you to my brothers for finding the time and the space to join me and the initiates on this call. And look forward to seeing y'all again next time.
Peace to the tribe. Peace to the collective.
I share peace of the tribe. And of course, get at me on Instagram, AD_senpai. Follow my second count, Grappling with AD. And from my people who follow me and stuff, thank you for the support. Always appreciate the love y'all give me for the competing. I always be doing this stuff. And also we got some new things coming for the Instagram as well. So be on the lookout for that. You know what I'm saying? Tarot with AD. You know what I'm saying? Having a more direct channel, speaking to my terrorists, more direct channel, speaking to my workout people, and then the channel speaking to the people, who who are always posting their content, showing off their thing on their main channel. I just want to be able to hit all the wavelengths of everybody, connect with people, because I'm a multi-dimensional person, and a lot of people in the Discord are, and my team is as well. Nobody is like single-minded. Everybody's just so multi-dimensional. It's like you'll be like, yeah, you think you just do this, but it's like, no, I can do this and this too, you know. So it's awesome to see that. So tap in with us. Please tap into the gentleman's books. The links are below. And also with that channel, of course, with crypto and all that channel is coming like that for the Discord. And it's all of course centered around that blue magic, that flu magic. You know what I'm saying? So be ready for that. But peace and love.
I mean,
Ashe.
we all sort of like the Avengers, so y'all need to get on board.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh God.
Peace to the tribe, peace to the collective. We'll see y'all again soon. Salute.
Peace. Email. Email.